it's obviously a great creation by Eco, probably drawn from various different monks, but there's probably a lot of Eco in William of Baskerville. I mean, I know he liked Sherlock Holmes, but his description, Otzo's description of him in the beginning of the book is very apt. You know, someone who's thin and moves quickly, and how he thinks, and you know what he eats, and it's very precise, his description. So I used a lot of what Eco wrote, and I tried to do justice to what he had created. It's harder to do that in 2 or 3 hours, but in almost 7 hours that we have, I think you have an opportunity to put more of the book into it, and that was my attraction to doing it, and that's why I wound up working also with Giacomo Battiato on the script, restoring as much as we could of the sensibility of William's mind. I think it's a complex character because he's not just a religious character. He's also scientific. He's also a philosopher. He's a philosopher. So you have the philosopher, you have the Franciscan, and you have the scientist. And I think it's a very challenging character.
Potrò interrogare I monaci?
Potrete.
E potrò aggirarmi liberamente per l'abbazia?
Ve ne conferisco facoltà.
Devo confessarvi che avevo già un gran desiderio di visitare la biblioteca, di cui si parla con ammirazione in tutte le abbazie della cristianità.
No, non posso permettervi di entrare. Nessuno deve, nessuno può. Anche se riusciste a entrare, la biblioteca si difende da sola, insondabile come la verità che ospita.
I think the nature of film is to, you know, sometimes someone looks at someone and you can get the story, but it's harder to capture someone's mind sometimes, and a book can give you that. That's the advantage that a book has, because you fill in. The reader can imagine all these different things, and you're inside someone's mind, and it's not translated always into action. In William's case, there is a lot of action, but I think people are initially afraid of the length of William's thought process. So they try to truncate it, but sometimes the simplification is all right, and a lot of times it's just a simplification, and it's not really, you don't see the circuitous turns and twists and turns, you know. I mean, this biggest thing he says at the end is that, you know, I stubbornly pursued, you know, this idea of order in the world, and I should have known there's really no order. You know, as we see these books, this is our attempt at order. You know, we put it into categories and stuff. So I think it's a very, if you can try to get some of those ideas, you know, he talks about the lust for power, the lust for knowledge, the lust for the carnal relationships, the lust for riches, it's a very relevant book. It's a very modern book, and reading it now, I was like, wow, this is like opening a newspaper, basically. Mm-hmm.